team is starting to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Hurts. Sanders has it over the middle. Touchdown! With a first touchdown of the Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. A first carry for Najee Harris. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 23-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now on their opening drive of the Super Bowl. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go play action with Roethlisberger. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. John Ross there to make the grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Boswell good with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts on the move to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 2nd down now. It's Sanders, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Hurts sets up to throw it. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a
territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the...
Let's face it, every
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Buying time to his left. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Fletcher Cox. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On 1st down, Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Miles Sanders. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Steeler touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick-6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick-6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick-6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them on. What a play here. Another pick-6 in the Super Bowl. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's got Smith here, and he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Steps away to his left. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Completion here to Claypool. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. In a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They're going option play on 3rd down. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Here's Roethlisberger. Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Eagles have recovered.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Sanders. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off at his own 47. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
It's brought in by Harris. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To throw again on second down, Roethlisberger able to hit his target, Claypool. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Here's Smith to return it. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Complete, it's Johnson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 34 yards. And the Steelers will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. So potentially a good chance now to answer. From the touchdown a minute ago as they get 15 yards tacked on.
It's going to give them much better starting field position, and they didn't even have to make an extra play to get it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Rolling to his right. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 43 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Hurts will throw. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Well, this offense, yeah, they keep wanting more, but they kind of got to be careful here, CD. I mean, we're still in the 3rd quarter. This game isn't over yet.
I would agree with you there because while they've had all kinds of success and hit on some deep balls like this, the one thing they can't do is start to get loose with the football. A lot of time left, as you mentioned, and if they keep turning it over, they'll bring them back into the game. So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Eluding the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one, 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. He'll buy some time right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. 3 straight incompletions. They don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. They got it. Yes, the Steelers have it. I don't know many coaches that would have the guts, the nerve to do this in the Super Bowl, but they did it, and it paid off.
Well, if you were a head coach, you would have done it. I know you. You have that type of nerve, similar to Sean Payton in Super Bowl 44 with New Orleans when he did it against Indianapolis.
That's exactly right. By the way, I definitely would not have kicked. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Jones throw complete there to Johnson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Sliding out of the pocket. Airing it out deep for Smith. And my goodness, another interception. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it.
Hurts fumbles it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. And that is
incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And this one is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. They'll start by running the option to the right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. The Steelers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And how about this, a fake? And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Philly. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10.
From the 16, Jones. Escape, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
And Jones going to keep once more.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones throwing the out route and complete. It's Harris. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Off play action. Jones. Here's Johnson with a reception. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. Now Jones throwing on 4th. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a throw to the end
zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
To throw once more. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Oh, it looked like the Eagles got this back. Yes, Philadelphia football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there on the catch and run. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Ben. Flushed out right. Pass complete to Harris. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Roethlisberger's throw there, hauled in by Claypool. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the give, this is Harris. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Harris. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And his kick is good. The field goal is through the uprights, and they've won the Super Bowl. The Pittsburgh Steelers have won the Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the Steel City. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis.